Hey y'all, I just want to get on here real quick to let you know that you deserve to be encouraged. You deserve to be prayed over. I was sitting here and I was reflecting on how quick I am to always pray for other people, how quick I am to always think and immediately intercede on people, to intercede on people's behalves when it comes to God. And every time I'm in a difficult season, my go-to thing is never to cover myself in prayer. My go-to thing is never to encourage myself. My go-to thing is never to intercede on my behalf. If you're a mother and you have children, it's like a thing to naturally put your children first, naturally put your husband first, and neglect yourself in the process. And I think that even just when it comes to like praying, or even when it comes to like going to God about yourself, God literally humbled my whole heart a couple of weeks ago when I was struggling with something, and he sent a certain song heavy in my spirit. And it's an old gospel song, but the song is called "Encourage Yourself," and I forget who the person is who sings it. But I was just driving to church, and this song just popped in on my head. I was like, I have to listen to this song. And as the song came on, I started to get emotional, and I'm like, why am I getting emotional? And the song talks about speak over yourself, encourage yourself in the Lord. And I was like, as simple as it is to pray for everybody else, as little as it is to just pray over yourself, it's the last thing we do. It's the last thing we do. And so when God was speaking to me through that song, using that song to speak to me, I'm like, I don't pray for myself enough. I don't encourage myself enough. I don't speak life over myself enough. I'm quick to speak life over my husband. I'm quick to speak life over my friends. I'm so fast to speak life over my children. But I'm not speaking that, I'm not keeping that same, but I'm not keeping that same energy when it comes to myself. And it made me sad. It made me sad because it's the easiest thing I could do for myself. It's the least I can do for myself. But in some form of reality, I have came to terms with that I'm not deserving of that in some type of way, because if I thought I was deserving of that, I would have been giving it to myself. And then God literally spoke to me. He said, almost like a trauma response to always having to have it all together, so much so that if you have to pray to me about yourself, that means you are struggling in an area that you need help in, which is also making you go to a place of having to be vulnerable. And God was like, you are scared to be vulnerable with me. And it shook me to my core, because I'm so used to keeping face. I'm so used to just doing what it is that I have to do to get through things and get through certain seasons, and just like becoming self-reliant. And God was like, you don't need to be self-reliant when it comes to me. I am your father. I'm here to help you. I am here to help you. And it just, the whole day, I just, wow. Like, wow. So not only do I not go to God on my behalf, but also I have lacked a piece in my relationship with God where I am scared to be vulnerable with him. So I just wanted to get on here to remind you that you deserve encouragement. To you deserve to speak life over yourself. You deserve a vulnerable, open relationship with God. Don't neglect yourself from having an emotional attachment or a vulnerable relationship with God, because he is genuinely our safe space. And the The fact that he loved me enough to be like, you're keeping me out of certain things because you're scared that this is going to open up something for you. You're scared that this is going to have to show that you don't have it all together. And then immediately I just was like, God, it's okay if I don't have it all together. I just need you to know me on an emotional level. And I don't mean the level of just like him seeing me struggle or me actually being defeated. It's just like, this is silly. This is silly because God knows everything and he knows where I fall short at. He knows this. He knows everything that I'm about to go through before I even go through it. He knows whatever season I'm in. He knows my heart. But it's not about what he knows all the time. Sometimes God wants us to be completely open with him. So open with him that we have to be open to all areas of ourselves, even the areas that we fall short in. So this was just a teaching moment for me, and I hope that it encourages you as well to want to have a vulnerable relationship with God, because sometimes it's not about what God knows and what God sees. Sometimes it's like God wants to know, one, if we can recognize that, but two, if we can't recognize it, if he brings it to our attention, are we able to be like, God, you know what, God, you're right. And I have been neglecting in this area, self-sabotaging in this area, because I'm scared to be open with you to that extent. So even in all that it is that I know about God, and I know so much about him, and I love him so much, it's like vulnerability is something that I lack. And not only is it something that I lack, but it's also something I've been keeping God at bay with. And he's like, woman, I know you. I know you more than you know you. But I am ready for you to know you to the point of understanding that you are scared to be vulnerable with me. And so I just want to get on here to share that with you, but also to encourage you that God wants a vulnerable relationship with you. Not just with me, but he wants one with you as well. And so I just hope that this just speaks to you, and that it encourages you to encourage yourself, but also go deeper with God. Like, stop trying to hide these little silly little things that God already knows, and stop trying to keep parts of yourself from him, because you're just shortening that relationship with God. You're keeping your relationship with him at a certain area when it could be so much more deeper and so much more heartfelt. So this was an aha moment for me, but I know if it was a word for me, it could definitely be a word to somebody else. And we deserve to be encouraged. We deserve to encourage ourselves, and we deserve a open, vulnerable relationship with God, reminding ourselves that he is our safe place, that we can be open with him. We can show him all the parts of us, no matter how ugly and how dirty and how even undeserving. Sometimes it could just even be like, God is like, why don't you think you deserve this love that I have to give you? Why do you hide yourself from me? Why do you think that you don't deserve me and my love and everything that I have for you? So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the realization, and I'm thankful that my heart is now completely open to God, and I understand that encouraging myself, speaking life over myself, loving myself in the Lord means I can be completely a open mess of craziness, of whatever, and God is okay with that, and he is okay with seeing me in that light, and that we are deserving of God's love. So I will catch you on the next video. Till next time. Bye.